Watch them grow and watch them thrive. Legendary, record-breaking, passionate ballers. We salute a senior class that's second to none, knowing that championship pedestal has room for just one.
The spotlight.
She loves these moments.
The farther you go, the brighter it becomes.
You're in the championship or you're going home. We have to go out there and be ready for battle.
Deep drive. Back it goes. And Tennessee walks it off.
I was made to shine.
Proven that we need to be here and we're going to win it all.
Got her. The Texas Longhorns survive.
Moments like these are made for stars like you.
Lana Leach to make the diving catch.
The championship is on the horizon.
This moment, this pitch.
Katie Stewart jacks one deep.
The closer you come, the hotter it gets.
I was made to shine.
This is the Women's College World Series.
It's the 2026 NCAA Softball World Series presented by Capital One. And it's semifinal Monday. 4 teams down to 2 in the next 12 hours. We open up with the defending champion Texas Longhorns, still very much in the championship chase, and the Lady Volunteers of Tennessee on a mission to win the first in school history. This is how we arrived at these national semifinals. Katie Stewart in Texas broke up a no-hitter from Jordy Fromm in the 6th inning and won it 3-1 to eliminate the Huskers. And then in extras late last night, Caitlin Terry helped knock out her old team as Texas Tech beat UCLA. So we start with Tennessee needing 1 win, Texas 2 today, and then our night session, Alabama 1 win away from the finals. Texas Tech will have to try and sweep a doubleheader. The Champ Series will start on Wednesday. Hey everybody, and welcome to Devon Park. Beth Mullins, our Olympic gold medalist, Jessica Mendoza, Michelle Smith. We've got our Hall of Famer down on the field with us, Holly Rowe. 4 teams left, only 2 spots, guys, in that championship series.
Well, and this is such a great rematch of what we saw opening day here at the World Series. Texas, all they wanted was a rematch with Tennessee, the team that knocked them into that loser's bracket.
And it's the semis, right? Both of these clubs are on the doorstep of the champ finals. The question will be answered, who's going to knock the loudest and bust through that door?
All right, well, it was opening day when Tennessee took down Texas, and they did it using their Lady Vol game plan, Michelle. Strong arm tactics and that one big swing.
Best pitching staff in the country all year long, and we've seen that in the postseason as well. It's Carlin Pickens with the speed. It is Sage Margecko with the spin. But in this World Series, it's also been the bats. They have hit a home run in every NCAA game this year. It's been the freshman, Taylon Holly, Elsa Morrison, and then the walk-off by Emma Clark against Texas Tech to get them into this game. But all year long, it has been the arms. How about this, ladies? They have given up just 1 run in 5 of the 7 NCAA runs. And look at Erin Newer will be getting the start today. The sophomore, a sub-1 ERA, an opposing batting average of just 137. They have been outstanding all year long. 3 great arms in the circle.
Biggest start of her career against a Texas team, Jess, that knows how to win elimination games. If they win 2 today, I bet you Katie Stewart will have a big role.
It's all she's been doing all season long. Katie Stewart has been their monster at the plate, honestly leading this team in pretty much every offensive category, but it's been the monster mashes. It's been the statement slams. The way that she's gone about it, hitting it off buildings, and here at the Women's College World Series, getting them into this game yesterday against Nebraska. It was her 3-run shot. And you guys, they don't just leave the yard, they leave the stadium. That's how much of a statement Katie Stewart makes. 28 home runs, that is a Texas single season record. She just keeps adding to it. 4 home runs in her career here at the Women's College World Series.
Yesterday went 250 feet at 75 miles an hour. Who will get the upper hand and celebrate a spot in the championship series for Texas and Tennessee? the visitors here in our first semifinal of what could be 4 today. Starting lineups are brought to you by Capital One. J.C. Nichols in the 9-hole in the lineup is the one that broke up the Jordy Fromm no-hitter in the 6th inning. She and Caden Henry singled back-to-back, and then Katie Stewart went yard to win it. And both coaches with a surprise in the circle. It's Aaron Newer against Citlali Gutierrez today. Newer, one appearance at the World Series last year. Not yet in the circle this season here in OKC, so this is her first time.
Well, she's got that great drop ball at the bottom part of the zone. She's going to throw that about 57% of the time. A rise as well at the top, about 30%. She's got really good spin speeds. And it is a good matchup against Texas, who at times will chase that drop out of the zone.
Texas as a team not hitting as well as they did during the regular season. In fact, here at the World Series, just a .200 batting average. But Caden Henry has been their best. Grounds that one to short, one down, and here comes Katie Stewart. These two also met one another in the national semis last year, and Texas won that one to knock out the Lady Vols, courtesy of a Katie Stewart home run.
Ball.
They got to be careful. Just in general, I mean, you look at Katie Stewart's heat map. She hits everything. It's been an adjustment that she's made this year. Normally a drop ball hitter. This year also being able to hit the ball up. And Aaron Newer, predominantly down, has got to be careful.
Ball.
Junior out of Frankfort, Illinois, playing in her 3rd Women's College World Series. All she knows is playing in the championship series.
Ball.
Texas has reached the finals in 3 of the last 4 years, and then finally breaking through last year with the program's first national championship on its 8th trip here to Oklahoma City. 4 of those under Mike White, now in his 8th year on the 40 acres.
And that's a changeup on a 3-0 count that she spins in there.
Remember, every pitcher's got a superpower in this staff, and Aaron Newer told us her superpower is the off speed.
That's right.
Clearly going to it there, 3-0.
That one's lashed out into right down the line, and a base hit for Stewart.
How about Katie Stewart? Didn't even have a hit until her home run bash yesterday, and now just the comfort she has to let this ball travel. Why? Because she knows there is off speed. This is not an off speed pitch, but does a beautiful job being able to be late and just poke it out into right field for a hit. Such a cool look down that first baseline.
The ump cap cam.
Good stuff.
That's on the head of Marty Abazishan. Matt Dial is behind the plate. Mike Burwell, Tatum Stolting, the others on the bases. And it will be all arms on deck, probably for both sides today. Sage Margetko already warming up in the pen for Tennessee. They do have a little breathing room, obviously, needing to win just 1 game today, but you don't want to give the other side any kind of momentum. And off the glove of Ella Dodge, and Vivi Martinez is on base. And so a big move for Mike White to get Reese Atwood back in the cleanup spot in the order, and now she's coming up with 2 on.
And remember, too, for Tennessee, they moved that defense around. Ella Dodge had been playing second base. Emma Clark was at first, and they did that little bit of a shuffle to try to get Mackenzie Butt in the lineup, the first baseman, to get more bats.
They put that down as a hit. I have it down as an error.
Yes.
That's a ball that third baseman absolutely needs to get to their glove hand.
Probably not going to be able to turn the double play because Martinez is so fast, but you definitely have time to get Stewart at second. Yeah, that's off the glove. That's definitely a catchable ball.
Guys, all 3 contacts 74 miles per hour or better. Atwood fouls one off. 65 considered really good.
Reese Atwood, you're waiting for that breakout swing. She had a breakout walk yesterday. I know that doesn't sound like anything exciting to those at home, but it was a great at bat. She was seeing the ball well. She struggles with the off speed though.
Her one hit here at the World Series was against Tennessee. Coming back up here at us. One for 10 in the World Series with a runner in scoring position, and that was the Stewart home run late in the game yesterday. They were 0 for 3, didn't have many chances against Tennessee on Thursday in their first meeting.
Ball.
2-2.
The biggest thing is the power for Reese Atwood. She's gotten hits, but look at this. 73 home runs in every game outside of the women's college. This is her career. She is a home run hitter, has not done it on this stage.
Texas fans hoping that
Ball.
moment will come today. And now the count goes full from Erin Newer, the sophomore from Western New York. Top 2 in the country in ERA, opponent batting average, and whip this season. Atwood, another well-struck ball, but right there in center is Sophia Knight, 2 down. And let's check in with Holly Rowe.
Well, I talked to Karen Weekly from Tennessee on why she's starting Erin Newer today. She said because she's really good, and they haven't seen her. You know, remember, these two teams played earlier in this Women's College World Series. And I said, do you plan for 2 games on a day like this, or do you try to put the nail in the coffin game 1? She said, you hope for the best, that it's 1 game, but you plan for the worst. Sage Margetko and Carolyn Pickens will be warm and ready to go at any moment.
Yeah, the other 2 did play in Thursday's game. Here's Leanne Good.
I'm a nail in the coffin if I'm coaching, not a hope for the best.
Well, the other thing about Newer is that changeup. You mentioned it, it's her superpower. If she can get ahead and use that pitch continually today, I think she can keep Texas off balance.
Ball.
But the key is pitching from ahead, and when she pitches from ahead, it's going to be a completely different ball game for her than when she's working from behind. And so there it is. Look at that. Ahead counts, opponent's batting average under 100. But when she's behind, it doubles.
1-2.
Ball.
And now 2-2. As Newer tries to work out some early trouble, a couple of base hits for Stewart and Martinez.
Well, they needed to get her in on this stage this year. They make it to the finals, they're going to need all 3 pitchers. You don't want to wait until then to get Erin Newer into a game.
Good, got under it, as does Sophia Knight. Couple stranded. Tennessee picking up the bats when we come back. by Capital One. And for the team in the driver's seat, the Tennessee Lady Vols, Emma Clark. The Big Bash to beat Texas Tech with a walk-off in their last game. That's why they are here in the semis. 7-0 for Tennessee in the postseason, and they've hit a homer in every game. They will be facing the surprise starter for Texas, another senior, Citlali Gutierrez.
Yeah, so good in the circle. She is spin speed over pitch speed. Just 19 walks on the year. Has the ability to really move the ball through the zone. That drop ball, hammering it at 67 miles an hour. Great downward drop over 5 inches. But the curveball, she's going to float that pitch on the outer half of the zone. She throws that off speed as well. So it's blended very well together. So it's really about mixing speed. She'll drop it all the way down to 59 miles an hour, ramp it all the way up into the high 60s. The drop ball, curveball are outstanding.
What you got for us, Holly?
Well, Citlali told us this has been a real journey for her to try to get to a place where she felt comfortable. Her freshman year came in and it was hard for her to adjust to the Division I Power 4 hitters. She said it was a slap in the face, but she's done a ton of work with their mental performance coaches, and she's got a new routine, a way that she can reset in games and stay centered. She said, this year I'm back to where I wanted to be, and Mike White knows he's got to take a few innings off Tegan Cavan's plate, and he thinks Citlali can do just that.
Ball.
Yeah, Tennessee was able to knock Cavan out of the game on Thursday, and for Citlali, primarily out of the bullpen this year, more of a reliever, but she is making her 10th start. And for Mike White, she has a ton of World Series experience now in her senior year. She too knows only deep runs into the NCAA tournament and trips to OKC.
Yeah, she was good in that relief appearance.
Mike White said she is one of the ones that saved their season against Arizona State in the Supers when they had to win a pair of elimination games. Sophia Knight cracks that to second. One down.
Well, and I loved Holly's report as well on Citlali, but mentally working hard. And you know, there are times as a pitcher you've got to go to the back of the circle and take a little bit of a 1-minute vacation, reset, and get ready to go.
Well, the key for her has always been command, in my opinion. She's got so much spin, so much great stuff, trusting it through the zone. A lot of times throughout the regular season, she tried to nibble, get behind in the count. Smitty knows how those numbers change when you're not ahead.
Here's Alana Leach, first pitch swinging. Katie Stewart will step on the bag, and quick work for Citlali, 2 down. And that'll bring up Emma Clark. Sophomore out of Cleveland, North Carolina, has been their best hitter in the postseason, batting .350 with 4 home runs.
And the difference at Emma Clark the last few weeks where you've seen those power numbers go up, she's always had the exit velocity. Karen Weekly's talked to us about it. It's her aggressiveness earlier in counts. She's always been more of a passive hitter.
Yeah, she said, we need the beast to come to play, and so far Emma has. For Karen Weekly, now in her 25th season with the Lady Volunteers. This is the 8th time they have been in the semifinals with a 2-5 record. And the swing and miss, and Gutierrez takes care of business. 1-2-3.
Citlali Gutierrez has the ability to move the ball through the zone, but when she sees a weakness, she's going to attack it. This is an off-speed drop ball on the outer half. She comes right back with the off-speed curve drop. Look at the over-top rotation. Great setup to get the strikeout for Gutierrez.
The NCAA Women's College World Series is presented by Capital One. What's in your wallet? And in part by America's best eye care and eyewear. Thousands of doctors focused on two things: your eyes.
Now, these two know each other pretty well. They've already seen each other once here this week at the Women's College World Series. It's the third time they meet in the semis, tied for the most common World Series matchup of the Champ Series era. And last year, Texas was the one that knocked Tennessee out in this round on the way to their first national championship. To the second inning, scoreless. Tennessee needs one win today. Texas needs two. The if necessary game would follow us 30 minutes after the finish if Texas were to win. And then the nightcaps tonight: Alabama, the 1 seed, Texas Tech, the 11 seed. Here's Hannah Wells, 6, 7, and 8 coming up to face Newer. Hannah Wells puts a charge in one. Back to the track, and the catch is made by Knight. Already her third put out. One down.
That is the fourth hard hit off of Aaron Newer here early in this game. Texas is barreling up.
Well, and that's her off speed, so that tells me that they might be coming up sitting on that pitch because she does throw it so often.
I mean, even Katie Stewart, you saw with her hit, she was late. So clearly their plan is to let that ball travel. Be as late as you possibly can. She's not going to blow it by you.
There's Kaya Altmaier, 1 for 8 here at the World Series. That one was a 2-run home run to beat Mississippi State. Grounder to third, and the throw gets away from the first baseman, Mackenzie Butt. So that is 2 miscues involving this revamped defensive alignment in the Tennessee postseason.
And this is a Tennessee defense that had been good. Remember, this is the best pitching staff in the country. This is a ground ball out all the way, but you look at the way that Dodge does not snap that wrist down. She floats it over, and no opportunity for Mackenzie Butt. Although at some point as a first baseman, you got to come off the bag and make that catch.
But she's in a new position too.
100%.
All of them have not been in these positions until the last 2 weeks.
Second miscue for Dodge. And a base runner quickly in scoring position. Ashton Maloney trying to drop down the bunt.
And look, it's not easy. I mean, we celebrate the fact that these athletes can play a multitude of positions, but for Ella Dodge to play second base her whole college career, she has not played third base since high school. You're flipping to the other side of the field. Now you're in the grill. Look how close she is to Ashton Maloney. This is not an easy angle to be able to just pick up.
Ball.
They've been solid for the most part since the change. Karen Weekly wanted to get a better bat on the field, and that would be Mackenzie Butt, the first baseman. But that also meant they had to move around 3 infielders to do it defensively.
Ball. Work that over.
And you got to remember, too, Carlin Pickens and Sage Marjeko are strikeout pitchers, so the defense isn't as exposed when they're pitching. And with Erin Newer, she's more contact. The ball's going to be put in play more. So this is one of the first times this new defense has had a chance to be behind Newer.
Against the veteran Maloney, playing in her 15th World Series game. To short, the throw over to first to get the out, and that will move the runner over to third with 2 down for J.C. Nichols in the 9 spot in the lineup.
That is a win for Texas. You ground out to the shortstop. That runner should not advance. Kaya Altmaier does a nice job getting over to third.
Yeah, that's called the speed of Maloney, making sure that Bella Fa didn't check her back exactly enough to keep her at second.
Nichols has a couple of hits here at the World Series, and she was the rally starter, breaking up the Jordy Fromm no-hitter in the 6th inning yesterday. She got on, Caden Henry got on, Katie Stewart went deep.
Remember, that was what, a 9-pitch at bat too? She battled Jordy.
And a nice moment for her because she is replacing the legend at third base in Mia Scott. And the emphasis has been on her glove. She's a terrific defender. Mike White said, we'll work on your hitting. Just be solid defensively. And sure enough, she comes up with one of their biggest hits of the tournament.
Ball.
Well, look at the defensive configuration for Tennessee. This is the outfield. Look how pulled over they are. Middles and left side, up and over. I mean, there's a massive gap in right center, but pitching her all outside.
I would stay out there. If you're going to get that call, that's a good 3-4 inches off the plate away. It's going to be hard for J.C. Nichols. Remember, she's moving through the batter's box. Tough pitch to reach.
Two to Nichols. Pulls it to the right side and scooped over by Clark. They work out of the jam, still scoreless early in our national semifinals. Well, Tennessee's championship chase led by Smokey. This is their 10th trip to the World Series, 3 in the last 4 seasons. They are still looking for that elusive national championship. They've been in the finals twice, and those gaudy numbers in the circle coming into this World Series were the best in Division I. They are undefeated in the NCAA tournament, been rolling along. The pitching, as it's been all year, solid, and they have now added the long ball to the repertoire. They've hit a home run in all 7 of those games for Karen Weekly. Both these teams spent time as the top-ranked team in the country. Texas and Texas Tech both tied in the preseason poll. The 2 teams that were in the finals a year ago and still could be in the finals again this year. Alabama's the outlier, but they grab the #1 seed in the NCAA tournament. So everybody's been feeling like a top dog this year.
Well, it just speaks to the parity. So much going on, not just in the SEC, but all over the entire country. And that's what Tennessee's going to have to not do, is chase pitches outside of the zone. So Lali Gutierrez is one of the best in the business at making you chase pitches. That floaty curveball at 60 miles an hour. She'll run you out. She'll run you down with the off-speed drop as well.
Ball.
But that's what she does so good, is those pitches look so enticing to hit, and that late spin ends up taking it out of the zone.
Freshman Morrison with a 2-1 count. Now 3-1. Hit the home run against Texas and Tegan Cavan in Thursday's 6-3 win. Grounds this one to third, bobbled by Nichols. So both sides a little dicey early.
And that comes off the bat with a lot of spin. That is an off-speed curveball in the outer half that Morrison just gets around, and when you get that off the end of the bat, it creates a little bit of top spin. You can see it. Look at the way it's just spinning really tight, and it gets off the glove of Nichols. It's going to go down as a leadoff error.
That brings up Ella Dodge.
Ball.
Tennessee was 4 for 9 against Texas on Thursday with runners on base. Dodge 1 for 6 here at the World Series for the sophomore out of Bradenton, with wins over Texas and Texas Tech.
Ball.
And this is where Gutierrez will start to use a screwball that she doesn't use often during the season, but she does and did against Tennessee earlier on game 1 on Thursday. Trying to expand that zone with the screwball going away from them.
The good leadership of Reese Atwood, who's in the U.S. national team pool this summer. They'll be playing a couple of international tournaments here at Devon Park as we start the build-up towards the Olympics in Los Angeles in 2028, and the softball will be played here in OKC. 2-0 to Dodge. Smacks that to Stewart, and she throws it out into left field. Could not connect with Vivi Martinez, and it's 2 on with nobody out. And back-to-back errors.
Errors 44 and 45 on the year. Uncharacteristic. Katie Stewart with that throwing error. On this ball, off the bat, you're thinking potential double play, even though Dodge is a lefty, but that ball just thrown to the back or the arm side of Martinez, so it's really difficult, and you can see Katie Stewart saying, that's my bad. It's a throw that needs to be thrown over the bag, lead your shortstop.
And I don't think Mike White cares whose bat it was. He's giving him the what for right now. Hey, sharpen it up.
Be better. Do you want your season to be extended?
Very little margin for error when you get this deep into the tournament. 4 teams left.
It's all about execution.
Zoe Schuler is the pinch runner out at second. Morrison can re-enter. You can get lifted once for a pinch runner and stay in the game. So here's Gabby Leach. Both Leach sisters in the lineup throughout the year. From the Woodlands, Texas. She's had a hit in both of their games so far. Both she and Alana enjoying their best seasons now in their junior years. Oh, considered the bunt, pulled it back, and it was a strike. 0-2.
Karen Weekly telling Leach to think about it, understand what her role is.
Pull the ball. That's what that means.
Right side.
And Sitlali, knowing that's coming, throws away.
No,
not on her watch.
Well, and throws away, Beth, but also throws off speed, so it makes it even more difficult to try to get around that ball and hit it right side. Look at the movement on this pitch, the off speed way out in front of it. Leach with the strikeout, a non-productive out. That keeps the balls at just first and second.
Double play is back on the table. Here's Mackenzie Butt. The transfer from Boise State, where she was a freshman All-American and All-Mountain West performer last year. She and Sophia Knight both coming over from Boise. They added the freshman Morrison to the lineup. Only 3 starters back from last year's World Series team.
This is super unique that Craig Snyder is calling timeout. He's the hitting coach for Tennessee in the middle of an at-bat. So he sees something after that first pitch, a trigger from Mackenzie Butt, that he is recognizing off of Sitlali, that he is having her make an in-bat adjustment. A lot of times you're leaving it up to the hitter to do that.
Holly?
He did that exact same thing with Emma Clark. You remember her home run that saved the day for Tennessee in their last game. Craig Snyder had pulled her aside, told her right before the at-bat that she had to look down in the zone, get lower on the pitch. These little adjustments that he's making have paid off for Tennessee so far.
Ball.
1-1. .290 on the year with an OPS over 1,000.
And they're continuing to throw her on the outer half. That puts Vivi Martinez, the shortstop, up the middle along with Leanne Good. They're hoping to roll something hard up the middle to turn a double play. Try to get out of the inning.
Ball.
3-1.
And I'll tell you, if I'm Butt, I'm going to be looking through this 5. Look at this. This is where I'd be looking to try to get that ball through that 5-6 hole.
Ground ball to third. That'll work for Texas as Nichols steps on the base for the force out over to Stewart for 2.
Well, and this is that double play ball we were talking about. 23rd double play of the year, and it's not up the middle. It is to the third baseman, and J.C. Nichols stepping on the bag across to Katie Stewart to get out of the jam. Texas making it work.
Two-out magic from Ava Kuzak.
And Tennessee walks it off. Katie Stewart.
Honestly, it's probably one of the most memorable.
Megan rips a fly ball to deep right field. 41 for Grant. Center field. 42 is in the bleachers.
We love the long ball, and 27 of them so far with a handful of games still to play here in Oklahoma City. And congratulations to Megan Grant, the spectacular career that came to a close last night. A new single-season NCAA record, 42 homers, and she passed Stacy Newman, the all-time leader at UCLA. Sage Margetko is the new arm out there for Tennessee. Aaron Newer goes one time through the batting order.
Margetko, a lot of experience, a little bit more velocity than Newer, but really good movement as well. A little bit more rise at 37%, drop at 36%.
First team All-American. Henry drops down the bunt. Good throw from Morrison, one down. And a showdown here with Katie Stewart. One of the tough things with Margetko is the 17-mile-per-hour difference between her heat and her changeup, which comes in at 46 miles per hour. First one is upper 60s to Stewart. Texas record for home runs and a whole new look for Katie this year at the plate.
Wow. TrackMan is showing that drop ball at the bottom of the zone, but right down the middle and in it.
Wow.
That is a strike. Wow.
You can't get it any more up.
No.
She'll hit it up and out.
Gets the swing and miss for the strikeout for Sage Margetko. That is the first for a Tennessee pitcher today.
In order to get out hitters like Katie Stewart, you've got to have speed, spins, and spots, and Margetko's got all of them. She has the ability to change speeds, use her spots, but it's the spin. Look at this rise ball on the outer half. Great movement. Look at the way she gets extended and then snaps that ball out. Really good rotation. Big strikeout against Katie Stewart.
2 down for Vivi Martinez.
Ball. Ball.
Missed it low, 2-1. Vivi so excited to be in the lineup this year after missing out last season. Wants to make some big contributions for Texas. And grounds out here in a 1-2-3 inning as Sage Margetko comes out of the bullpen. That's the second semifinal showdown coming up later tonight. Tennessee and Alabama, 1 win necessary today to advance. Texas and Texas Tech have to sweep doubleheaders to play for the national championship, which gets underway on Wednesday night. Jocelyn Brisky has been amazing in the postseason for the Crimson Tide in the circle, and that Texas Tech offense is wreckum. 628 runs, nearly 140 home runs this year. And what a matchup that will be with the SEC and the Big 12. Alabama, the 2012 national champs when they went dancing in the rain, and Texas Tech trying to get back to the finals for the second year in a row and win their first title. Ball. We are scoreless here in our first semifinal. Maybe play 2 today, maybe play 3, might have to play 4, which has happened on 4 different occasions, including 2021 and 2022. Slow roller to second, and it's dropped by Stewart. Wow. And the problems continue defensively here for Texas.
It's already the 3rd error of this young game. This is the off-speed curveball. And again, these balls come off the bat with a lot of spin, but this is a catching mistake. This is something that needs to be made. Now, granted, this is a hard throw coming at Stewart because there's not a lot of time, so Good has to get rid of it and bullet it over.
They are calling that a hit, but we're putting it in our book as an E3.
Wow.
That would be the 3rd of the game, so Tennessee will put some pressure on.
And now Texas is a little gun-shy because Nichols definitely had the ability to get Bella Fall out at second base and chooses to go to first. You've got to be able to make this play to take the pressure off. Take a look right here when she picks it up. Look at where the runner is. This is an out all the way at second base. You've got to be able to take that pressure off the pitcher, but also off the defense and get that lead runner out.
Shaky here for Tennessee. For Texas, can Tennessee capitalize? Had a runner at third base in the second, could not get her home. And now Sophia Knight back to the top of the order. And a risp opportunity. Rolls that to the right side. Good's only play is to first. And so again, Tennessee with the go-ahead run 60 feet away with 2 outs. Everything has been on the dirt so far for Tennessee offensively. They do not have a ball hit out of the infield. They could use one right here. It's Alana Leach.
And how about Gutierrez? Does not throw her screwball a lot during the year, but in this World Series and against Tennessee in Game 1, she used that screwball very effectively to the lefties, using it again that last pitch.
It's been a great year for Kay and Todd Leach, the parents of Alana and Gabby. A big stick and ball family. Their sister Aubrey in the dugout, a Tennessee legend with the U.S. national team pool as well this summer.
She does go. Good call.
He does. She does.
And that's where Sitlali's so good on that chase rate with those pitches low in the zone. That drop ball has a chase rate of 25%, and then the whiff side of it up to 34%. She got both on that last pitch. She chased her down and then whiffed her.
sorted her. It's like a half swing. She makes hitters look silly when she's got her stuff moving.
2-2 pitch.
Ball.
Atwood able to keep it nearby.
Well, and that's the other reason why you get lead runners, right? Because again, the pressure's on the battery. That runner at third. Reese needs to make sure she's receiving those pitches.
To third. Nichols over to first. And Stewart secures it. Another one stranded, and we remain scoreless through 3.
Welcome back to the Women's College World Series, here with Tennessee coach Karen Weekly. And coach, you really wanted to use all hands on deck today. You've done 2 pitchers so far. Where does that stand with you right now?
Erin got us one time through the lineup. You know, she got us out of a couple jams. I liked what she did, and then we handed it over to Sage. And we're doing great on the defensive side of things.
You're putting some pressure on the Texas defense right now. Silali inducing a lot of ground balls. How can you start getting a little bit more scoring column action?
Yeah, each team's defense has given the other team opportunities. We just got to slow ourselves down because she's just spinning the slow 60-mile-an-hour stuff in there, and she's doing it consistently. But we're just a little sped up, a little bit too much adrenaline right now. We need to smile. We need to have fun. We need to get ourselves relaxed and play in Tennessee softball.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
One of those players that needs to smile, have fun, and get her back to playing Texas softball is Reese Atwood. She's struggled against the changeup. No hitter in the country has seen a changeup more than Reese Atwood. Why? She's had a hard time recognizing she's swinging. You'll be early on a change. She's a good 6 to 7 feet early. 21% of the time she sees a changeup. No hitter in the country sees that more. And you look at the numbers. 167 batting average against that pitch versus all others. So against Sage Marjeko, and that high strikeout rate, be able to see a lot more off-speed. There's an off-speed rise ball right there. And for Reese Atwood, I mean, the swing, the mechanics are there. It's just her not recognizing the pitches and being able to get barrel on it.
0 for 1, lined out to center her first time up. Another deep drive to center, and that one leaves the yard. Reese Atwood, the career home run leader at Texas, gets the first she's ever hit here at the World Series. .77 miles an hour on the exit velo.
And you can feel it coming. Her last at bat, a line shot out to center field. She does not get the off speed on this second pitch. She gets what she wants, a cookie right down the middle, 68 miles an hour and 77 going out. Reese Atwood finally gets her home run here at the Women's College World Series, not just this year, her entire career.
0-1 to good.
Ball.
So the changeup numbers, as bad as they are, and then Marjetko throws two that aren't, 66 miles an hour and then 68 miles an hour.
Yeah, and both of them drop balls that were right down the zone, right through the middle.
Good, feathers one down the line, and a diving grab for Gabby Leach. So she and Alana both with web gems here at the World Series.
And this is such a hard ball to get to, and especially because she is a left-handed right fielder. So her having to come across her body to be able to get to this ball, not an easy catch, especially going towards the line.
Good, can't believe it.
Ball.
Here's Hannah Wells. One for three in the Tennessee game with a couple of strikeouts when they met on Thursday. Sends the 2-0 pitch a long way away, and room out in left center for Knight. 2 down.
This is right into the swing path of Reese Atwood. That drop ball that just left up in the zone. Such a beautiful swing. Nothing has been wrong with her swing. It's been about her eyes and recognizing the pitch. And she gets the pitch that she can absolutely crush and does just that. How about the exhale, too, for a hitter that has struggled here in the postseason?
In her 15th game here at the World Series in her career, her first home run and the first home run ball for the family.
Easy to find. That's awesome.
1-0 lead for Texas.
Ball.
They need to win this one to force an if necessary that would follow immediately after. Drive out to right center, and that'll find the grass for Kaya Altmaier.
Talk about superpowers for every pitcher for Tennessee. For Sage, it's the spin, but the ball is not spinning the way that we're used to seeing Sage Margetko.
And honestly as well, Jess, every pitch this inning has been literally right down the middle. I mean, she is not hitting her spots. Again, we talk about speed, spin, spots. That last one, the spots, you got to be able to hit the edges. And she is putting it right down Broadway, and Texas is capitalizing.
"31 years of this semifinal format, 17 times we've played at least one if necessary game. On 10 occasions, the team coming out of the loser's bracket won both to advance.
Ball.
Including Texas in 2022 over Oklahoma State with Mike White in charge.
Well, and that's part of the reason that we saw Gutierrez get this start today. Their ace, Tegan Cavan, still in the dugout, knowing that they win. They've got 14 innings they need to play today. There's a good look at
Chillin.
Cavan, last year's MOP. Sitlali staying cool.
Ball. Away.
She's been a terrific number 2. Last year they also had a good number 3 in Mac Morgan. Got them quality postseason innings en route to the title.
Today's game is all about having a staff, having quality arms to get quality starts.
Maloney draws the walk, and that one looked like it caught the bottom of the strike zone.
Absolutely, and that's why Coach Weekly's coming out.
The zone has been tight.
Very tight. This is a pitch right at the knees. It's showing on the TrackMan that it is a strike.
Couple on here for Texas with 2 outs. The Reese Atwood home run has given them the lead. And it's J.C. Nichols in the 9 spot. She had a chance to drive in a run back in the second, grounded out with a runner on third base. Another RBI opportunity here. The freshman out of Durant, Oklahoma.
And that's what Sage Marjeko needs. She needs first pitch strikes. The last 3 hitters, she has started them out 2-0, 2-0, 3-0 on the walk.
Sage Marjeko in the second inning of relief work for her. Last inning was 1-2-3, a much different story here. And gets the strikeout of Nichols.
She's a senior. She waited to the time that her team is on elimination for her first World Series home run. She gets a drop ball right in the zone that she loves, drives it out to center field. That's where we're at. 1-0 Longhorns.
Deep drive. Back it goes. At the wall, Davis leaps and cannot get it. And Tennessee walks it off with a solo home run for Emma Clark. Emma Clark, the hero in their second game here on Saturday. 4 of her 7 hits are for home runs in the postseason for the sophomore out of Cleveland, North Carolina. And she will try and start things off here for Tennessee. They find themselves down a run as we go to the bottom of the 4th on this semifinal Monday afternoon in Oklahoma City. Tennessee needs 1 win. Texas has to beat them twice to advance to the finals.
Well, the second time through the lineup, it'll be interesting to see if Tennessee is able to make those adjustments that Karen Weekly talked with Holly Rowe about, letting the ball travel, not being out in front. Because right now, being early is playing into Citlali Gutierrez's game plan.
Down in the zone at 61 miles an hour, 1-1. It's 3, 4, and 5 to face Gutierrez.
Ball. Look at.
An update, too, from the official score. The Bellafaw single that we all thought was an error has been changed to an E3. So you'll notice now on the scoreboard, 0 hits through the first 3 innings for the Lady Vols. Spinner off the end of the bat, 1 down. Ollie Rowe.
Well, ladies, this is a feels like temperature of 100 degrees on the field right now. It is a very hot day. Knowing they might have to play 2 today, Tennessee has flown in these special cooling devices. It's called a narwhal. You take this off, and this is a very interesting cooling apparatus. You put it in your palm. It cools down your core body temperature in seconds. This really helps with the heat stress put on the body. I've seen South Carolina women's basketball use this in the national championship wins, and now Tennessee flying these in from Knoxville to keep us all cool down on the field.
Keep us all cool. Holly, quit bogarting that thing and send it up here.
I was going to say, share, please.
You guys have air conditioning in the booth. Those of us on the field do not, so I will be keeping this. Thank you.
You've got Nature's AC, which is actually on high heat right now. 0-1 to Elsa Morrison with 1 down. Citlali Gutierrez has been a cool customer in the circle.
Spinning a gem.
Out of Stamford, Texas. Holly talked about her improved mental performance. So important, especially for those pitchers, Smitty, to not only work on your mechanics, but upstairs as well.
Your self-talk, so important in that circle, telling yourself what you're going to do, that you can do it, focusing on the ball, leaving your fingertips, ripping it off so you get that high spin speed.
Out to right, Maloney is there, 2 out. Women's College World Series Finals begin Wednesday on ESPN. For more information, visit NCAA.com, your home for all NCAA championships. The Champ Series, best 2 out of 3, Wednesday, Thursday, and if necessary, on Friday. Last year it was necessary as Texas beat Texas Tech in Game 3 to win their first national championship. Texas Tech is in our second semifinal showdown coming up later tonight against Alabama. They are the 11 seed. If they not only win their first title, it would be the lowest seeded team to ever do it.
Ball.
The Crimson Tide 1 win away tonight from playing for a second national championship in their 3rd trip to the finals. SEC sent 5 teams here. Obviously, there'll be 1 in the finals. Every year that a single conference has had 5 of the 8 teams in the World Series, that conference had a team win the championship. Obviously, the odds in their favor. In for a strike, 3-1 to Ella Dodge.
And this is the leverage count that they need.
There is the SEC in the World Series. Everybody has been here that plays in the league with 4 national championships. Texas, Alabama, and the Florida Gators with 2. They went back-to-back in 2014 and 2015. And that is the first free pass. But it's the 4th base runner due to 3 Texas errors already in the game. Here's Gabby Leach. Had a little hit and run action on there.
Trying to make something happen. Ella Dodge does have 11 stolen bases on the year.
So Gabby asking home plate umpire, that was a ball or strike. This Tennessee team chases more than any other team here at the World Series, so trying to establish the strike zone. And that's why you see, I think, also Citlali pitching a lot of pitches more around the zone, below the zone, because no one chases more in the SEC and here at the World Series.
Well, and to your point, Jess, if you're facing hitters that chase, let them strike themselves out. Put the ball around the zone instead of in it.
Base hit. And that'll be extras down in the corner. Dodge whipping around third and heading for home. And she scores to knock this thing up on the triple for Gabby Leach.
And Jess, we were just having this conversation of being outside of the zone, but this is a miss by Sitlali. This is a pitch that is too sweet and capitalized on.
Well, this turns from a double to a triple, allows a run to score only because Ashton Maloney kicks this back into the corner, perfectly located down the line. Those couple minutes allow runners to advance and for Gabby Leach to get all the way to third base.
1-1 and the go-ahead down at third base with 2 outs for Mackenzie Butt, and she pops it up. Runner stranded at third, but a run up on the board. A spot in the championship finals at stake for Tennessee and Texas, all square to the 5th.
One here with the Longhorns head coach Mike White. And coach, you went with Sitlali in the circle today, and she has been pitching well. Got banged up a little bit in that last inning. How do you proceed in the circle?
Well, we're going to take it pitch by pitch, inning by inning, and see how we do. We might close to making the change here, but I mean, you can't fault her. She's doing a great job, and just a little couple of fielding lapses we've had.
Reese Atwood has never hit a home run at the Women's College World Series before. What does having her get that in that moment do for her confidence and the team's energy?
Yeah, I didn't know that, but that's great to break the ice here, and hopefully she can do it again today. But just got to relax and trust herself. I mean, she's been prancing pretty hard, but we trust in her.
If you do make a change, who will it be?
Probably, well, I'm not going to tell you.
Okay. I almost had it.
No one's listening, Mike. It's just our secret. Reese Atwood take it back to that beautiful home run swing, and Reese is at her best when she has length, and that's what she does behind the softball and through the softball. To see those head and eyes, beautiful job getting down to that drop ball, and that to me is an exhale yell of the frustration that she has had throughout this postseason. Such a big moment for Reese Atwood her senior year.
She would be due up 4th as we head back to the top of the order for Texas, 1-1 to the 5th.
Ball.
Mike White has talked all year long about not defending the national championship, but attacking one. And as he just told Holly Rowe, that Atwood home run goes a long way towards that attack mentality for the rest of the batting order. I would think, Jess, that, and Michelle, that when the one you look up to in your batting order is struggling, it has an effect on everybody. And when she pops one, flips a switch.
Absolutely. I mean, honestly, Reese, as much as we talk Katie Stewart, we talk Caden Henry. There's so many bats in this lineup, but it is Reese Atwood. She has been the leader throughout her entire career. She's one of the greatest players in Texas history.
Yeah, when you look at this lineup, it is Katie Stewart with 28 home runs, but it is also Reese Atwood now with her 19th home run. Those are the names that you circle.
Yes.
Because of the potential. Now, granted, the potential has struggled a little bit here at the World Series, but when that big blast comes, that's what you're looking for.
Henry chases high, and the strikeout for Marjetko, her third, one down.
And that's more like what we're used to seeing from Marjetko, hammer the lower half of the zone and then get the chase with the rise ball at the top of the zone, a 66-mile-an-hour rise with that vertical break. Look at the way she's going to get underneath this pitch and that tight spin speed, almost 18,000 RPM. That is above average.
Stewart waits on the off speed, just not long enough. Fouls that one off. Katie singled in the first, struck out on a rise ball in the third, just as Marjetko was coming into the game. After Aaron Newer threw the first time through the batting order.
Ball.
Oh, might be a decision coming up soon for Karen Weekly in a 1-1 game. And that decision may be made sooner. Katie Stewart, a rope for a home run, the second solo shot of the day for the two big Longhorns. It's 2-1.
It's hard to think about an elimination game, a game where Texas is on the line and Katie Stewart not having some kind of impact. And this is a rise ball. I love the spin on that thing because that's what Katie Stewart taking in the batter's box. She meets that, and no one better taking her bat and just slamming it down. 79 miles an hour off the bat.
That was right down Main Street.
The misses, you typically don't see that from Sage Marjetko. In fact, she had given up just 8 home runs all year. She's given up numbers 9 and 10 to Texas.
That thing got out in a hurry to make it 2-1 for the Horns. And here's Vivi Martinez. Everybody hanging out by the fan down there.
I will say these are solo shots. Tennessee has done a great job getting Caden Henry to strike out there. She has been their hits leader here at the World Series.
Martinez out to left center, and that'll reach the fence. And Vivi to second, and here comes Reese Atwood again. And the Horns are starting to hit Sage.
Oh, this is the lineup that does that. I mean, Vivi Martinez, this is a beautiful job. Not so much a pitch down Main Street, but a pitch up and away. Vivi Martinez, that opposite field power that she's got to one-hop this past the diving Sophia Knight. Great effort. No chance. Vivi Martinez with the stand-up double.
Marjetko behind 2-0. That's a leverage count. And Vivi Martinez just attacking it.
5 of the last 9 have now reached base. 3 of them extra base hits with the Atwood and Stewart home runs.
Remember, too, the first 2 innings, every ball that was hit was a hard hit, 70 miles an hour above. So Texas has been hitting. Finally, they're just falling.
Yep. Looking for the Stewarts. Can we find the Stewarts?
They don't have a hat.
They should recognize him by now. She's hit 5 home runs here at the World Series in her career, which is a Texas record.
That's awesome.
Margetko stays. Atwood steps in.
And Sage has to work from ahead. She's just a completely different hitter. Excuse me, pitcher. When she is working from ahead, forcing these hitters to have to guess.
There's the changeup in for a strike at 48 mph.
And again, that's the pitch that she's known for. You circle, she throws that effectively.
Ball.
2-1, that missed away. This has almost become routine for Texas and Mike White. They stumble out of the gate in a series, and then with their backs against the wall, they find a grit.
Ball.
As Caden Henry has called it. And just something changes in their demeanor, in their approach. Sometimes it takes 3 or 4 innings to get that car started, but once the engine is humming, they are 4-0 in elimination games this year. Looking for a 5th to force the if necessary game where you'd think Texas would have all the momentum in the world.
The pitch clock went down on that one, yeah, so they're going to give her ball 4. Reese Atwood actually pointed to the clock before Sage Margetko even threw the pitch because it went down to 0.
And Atwood will be given first base.
Be ball 4.
Yeah, I see Reese shaking her head. How about she still fouls the ball off after being distracted by it?
Do we consider Pickens at this moment if you're Tennessee?
Karen's coming out saying that, hey, she split her hand. She was starting her pre-motion, which is what the rule states. To your question, Beth, Pickens, I mean, you potentially have a second game. You're behind right now. I think Sage needs to tighten up.
But my thing is, if you're going to have Pickens throwing right now in this heat, have her throw in the game.
Yeah, I agree with that, though. I wouldn't have her up in the pen.
Ball.
Unless you're going to put her in the game.
Yeah. Because right now, her throwing in that pen, all those pitches she's throwing in this heat, might as well have her on the field.
Ball.
And right now, Sage is just working behind this entire inning. She has been working from behind the hitters, getting herself in trouble. We mentioned it earlier with Erin Newer, how much more effective she was when she was working from ahead. Well, it's the same thing with Sage Margetko. Almost every pitcher in the nation, when they start out, counts ahead. Look at that batting average is 0.78, but it almost triples when she's behind.
Tennessee looking for its first hit off of Tennessee in a game and a half with a runner in scoring position. Leanne Good robbed of extra bases on a great diving catch by Gabby Leach out in right her last time up. Goes that way again, and that one will hit the grass. Throw to the plate as Martinez backtracks to third, and a base hit to load him up with 1 out.
And Leanne Good, 3-1 count, does a great job of reacting to this off-speed pitch. See the changeup out of the hand. And really for Leanne Good, it's about her front foot. Watch her be able to use this front foot as her timing mechanism. You see her once, then twice, be able to then get into that front to hit that changeup. Beautiful job from Leanne Good.
Hannah Wells has home run power. Got a couple of them in the postseason.
Ball.
Well, and I think we're not seeing Sage Marjeko throw her changeup as much as she normally does is because she's picked. For Leanne Good, a right-handed hitter, hit the changeup the opposite way. That just means they know that it's coming.
And meanwhile, Carlin Pickens is throwing pitches in the bullpen. At this point, I am shocked that she is not in this game. 2-0 count, 3-0 count. Sage Marjeko does not have her stuff right now.
Yep.
And if you're going to get Carlin Pickens up, get her up and in.
First time this season she has allowed 2 home runs in a game. And there's a deep drive to center. Off the wall. Martinez will trot home, and Atwood will sprint home. 2-run single for Texas, and it's 4-1.
And a leveraged count for the freshman, Hannah Wells, who's been so good in the lineup this year for Texas. It's going to take a 67-mile-an-hour pitch and drive it to the wall.
Back to the starter, Aaron Newer for Tennessee when we come back.
Beautiful job. Hannah Wells taking this pitch opposite field. This is what we've seen Texas understand the off-speed, being able to sit on Sage Marjeko's pitches off the wall. 2 more runs come in for Texas. And out comes Sage Marjeko after another hard hit in this inning from the Texas Longhorns.
First 4 innings, the Texas batters were 4 for 17. This inning, they're 4 for 5. And it's been such a long inning that Citlali Gutierrez will head out to the bullpen to stay warm. Aaron Newer, who started and pitched 1 time through the batting order, is back into the ballgame.
Time.
Here's Kaya Altmaier with 2 still aboard and 1 out. Reached on an error in the second, singled in the 4th. Newer misses away, 1-1.
Ball.
Marjeko talking with Carlin Pickens, who has now left the bullpen, is back in the dugout. And at this point, you would think they're going to save her for a game 2 if they can't rally. Tennessee needs 1 win. Texas has to win the doubleheader. Right back up the middle by Altmaier. And the bases are loaded again for Texas. 5th hit of the inning.
And these pitches are blasted right back up the middle like they know what is coming. This is a Texas team that has just really been on fire here in this 5th inning, and I think a lot of it is because of their head coach, Mike White, who has been just really, really looking at the pitchers, trying to pick the pitches.
Especially when you have a lot of off speed and a lot of spin. I mean, that's when to know what's coming is huge.
Speaking of to know who is coming up to the plate, it's their pinch hitter extraordinaire, Victoria Hunter. Another player who helped save their season with a 2-run home run late in the game to stay alive in the Supers against ASU.
This is what Victoria Hunter has done in this postseason. Take it back to Texas A&M, a monster shot back in 2024. And then against Arizona State, this is what she's known for in that super regional game. It's what she does. Supers, 24-26.
Chopped to third, the force out at home for 1, and the double play for Tennessee. But a 3-run 5th for Texas.
And it could have been worse if it wasn't for this double play. Aaron Newer rolls the ground ball to the left side, dodge to Morrison, to Butt to get out of the bases loaded jam. Tennessee needs to get back in it.
Click, 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 click. Monday through Sunday, I can turn the dance floor into a runway. Monday through Sunday, I can turn the dance floor into a runway. Monday through Sunday, I can turn the dance floor into a runway.
Texas flying high right now off of that runway. Then a 4-1 lead to the bottom of the 5th in a must-win game for the Longhorns. Smoking hot in that 5th inning with 5 hits, 3 runs in, including Katie Stewart with a home run and Hannah Wells with the 2-run single. They are hoping to play 2 this afternoon for a spot in the national championship finals. Beth Mowens, Jessica Mendoza, Michelle Smith, and Holly Rowe. Citlali Gutierrez back to work and working on a 1-hitter. Gabby Leach with an RBI triple for their lone run of the game. Here's 8, 9, and 1 coming up.
Gutierrez spinning this gem, gave up that run in the bottom of the 4th inning. But how about Texas answering right back? They are one of the best in the country at answering after they give up runs in the previous half inning.
Still outs to work with, but as it stands right now, the if necessary would be Cavan versus Pickens.
Ball. Which is what we wanted this game.
Well, that's what I was going to say. That's what a lot of people probably thought this game was going to be.
Texas started Gutierrez and Tennessee started Aaron Newer. We've also seen Sage Margetko. Sitlali makes the play, 1 down. NBA Finals get underway Wednesday night on ABC at 8:30 with the Knicks and the Spurs. New York's first finals appearance since 1999 when they lost to San Antonio. And the Spurs, their first finals app since 2014.
Spinny and I got to see the Spurs up close.
Yeah.
Game 7 here in Oklahoma City. Hot.
Here's Taylon Holly in the 9 spot. She has a home run at the World Series. Tennessee is 7-0 in the postseason. They've homered in every game. Not one yet so far today. Laid down a sacrifice in the 3rd. Tennessee unable to capitalize on 3 Texas errors that happened in the first few innings. Ball. Coming up later tonight, 7 Eastern on ESPN, the start of our second semifinals, Alabama and Texas Tech. Ball. Alabama needs 1 win. The Red Raiders need a pair. Alabama is also 7-0 in the postseason. Ball. Their tournament ERA 0.74 with 53 strikeouts and 5 walks in 7 games. They have been spectacular, led by Jocelyn Brisky. And a big challenge against those Tech hitters. 137 home runs, 8 with double-figure homers in their lineup. And what kind of Kennedy-Terry combo magic will Jerry Glasgow work up for his lineup card tonight? Ground ball to Stewart. 2 down.
Sitlali, I mean, just her different speeds. She misses barrels so well. Not a big strikeout pitcher, but just such a perfect example of going anywhere from 58 to 67 and everything in between. Those last 2 outs on pitches that were 61, 62 miles an hour.
There's Sophia Knight back to the top of the order.
Well, she's rolled 10 ground ball outs. That's really the magic, even though her defense faltered a little bit behind her. What does she do? She rolls a ground ball so they could turn a double play. Just a lot of poise. And not afraid to pitch on both sides of the plate. She will come into lefties, and a lot of righties do not do that at this age group.
Ball. And that one down in the dirt. Gets the swing and miss at 67 miles an hour.
And it's all about the sequence of it. 67 following 61. It just looks harder. It's harder to pick up. And she just continues to mix those speeds. It's not like she has 67 and 57. She'll throw everything in between.
Grounder back up the middle and a base hit with 2 outs for Knight. Just the second of the day for Tennessee.
Sophia Knight got jammed too, but just fought it up the middle. Perfect location.
Yanked those hands back inside the ball. Nice piece of hitting.
Goes to her slapping days, which was basically 2 weeks ago until she decided to just swing away.
So nostalgic.
When I used to slap in mid-May.
Yeah, when there were only 3 umpires.
Yes,
right?
exactly.
Yep. It's that 4th umpire that's at second base that gives the slappers a hard time.
You can watch their feet in the batter's box. Alana Leach, 0-1 from Sitlali. Oh. Nine ground ball outs today for Gutierrez. It's her specialty. Here's the 1-2.
Lana Leach talked to us about how much fun she has playing with her sister Gabby and how much they push each other. You know, Gabby makes a dive and play in the outfield. Lana's like, all right, I'm gonna make a dive and play in the outfield, pick up the bat, and their entire lives they've been on the same team.
And the strikeout for Gutierrez. Through 5, it's 4-1 Texas.
Gutierrez with just her 3rd strikeout, but it's on the drop ball. How about the chase rate at 25%, the width at 33, using that drop to get the strikeout.
Big swingers have shown up today for Texas. Katie Stewart, Reese Atwood, both swinging big.
Reese Atwood back in the 4th inning. That beautiful long swing. I got Texas on the board. That solo shot. Get that back looking. Look out. But Katie Stewart taking the batter's box. Another monster mash from the junior. That's 29 on the season. These two solo home runs, the 4th and 5th inning, and I'll tell you what, 19-2, when they homer in the same game, yeah, because this is their offense. They're so intimidating, so threatening, have not been that way the last couple weeks, and now putting it on strong here.
So the 4-1 lead for Texas. We go to the 6th inning. They are 6 outs away from forcing the if necessary game in the semifinals. That would follow this, and it would be winner take all for a spot in the Champ Series. 9-1-2 with Nichols. A ground out and a strikeout. You guys have been in these situations on both sides. A massive momentum swing, right? If you win game 1 to take into game 2.
Well, and that's why some coaches, a lot of coaches will start their ace, even though they know they have an if necessary game, because they don't want that momentum to shift to the other side.
It's a big if.
And it makes sense why Mike White doesn't, because he knows he's coming in today saying we got to play 2. Doesn't matter if you win game 1 and lose game 2 for him. So don't start Kavan. You're playing for game 2. But for Tennessee, it is, and Holly Rowe talked about that in her conversation with Karen Weekly. Are you going to put the nail in the coffin? Are you going to give the knockout punch? And the answer ultimately was no. We're going to hope for the best with our other 2 pitchers. And they know that Carlin Pickens is there for game 2.
Setting up to be Pickens versus Kavan if we get there. And Nichols swings through it, 1 down.
Nice pitch by Aaron Newer going to the outer half. It's that drop ball. Look at that late sharp movement. Just chases Nichols out. See the rotation. Really good 4-seam over the top drop ball from Newer.
Back to the top, and Caden Henry.
Ball.
3 hits here at or during the World Series, but none yet today for the Longhorn leadoff.
See the 14 hits though in the NCAA tournament. She leads the team. 3 home runs as well.
Ball.
It's brought the power in the postseason. She can go for moving in the box. She's got so much speed, drag bunt. She swings away. She's got power as well.
Smacks that foul.
One.
Sends it out to center. Knight is there, 2 down.
Okay, Stewart, such a strong hitter, and an adjustment she made last year to this year was to get more down into her legs. Look at the difference in her lower half. Last year on the left, this year on the right. Also check out the back elbow. Higher up there, lower in her legs. Why? So she can unleash on pitches thigh high and above. Below, it was all about pitches at the knees, and now she's been able to really harness that power, working with Erin Earlywine, their new hitting coach this year, to get into those leagues. And look at the numbers. I mean, not just the batting average, to me, it's the home runs. She's added 12 this year because of those physical adjustments. Also, she can hit that rise ball, which she could not hit for power last year.
Looking to join the 30 home run club. She started out this World Series 0 for 6. She is 3 for her last 4, with 2 of those being homers, including a solo shot in the 5th inning. Checked foul. They've added a couple of home runs today, Atwood and Stewart, so they have, for the 3rd year in a row, set a new school record with 95. In this season of offensive explosions around the softball world. Newer in front, 1 and 2.
Ball.
Missed away.
Katie Stewart's just such a presence in the batter's box. And she gets in there, not only should she get low in her legs, but she just is so simple, so quiet. And then that's her foul ball. I mean, a lot of times you'll see a leg kick or a load to get that kind of power. And for Katie, it's already there when she gets in her stance. She doesn't need to load. She's so strong.
Gonna break another Reese record as Atwood looks on with that slugging percentage.
Ball.
And the count goes full.
I'd be surprised if she gets another strike. A lot of times you hit a foul ball like that. It's just a reminder, be careful. Don't throw it over the plate.
She's already walked 44 times this year.
Opposite way, and she punches that one out to right. Third hit of the day.
And how about this, you guys? This is literally 4 or 5 inches off the plate, but she's got 2 strikes. And guess what? She doesn't want to walk. She wants to hit. This is off the end of the bat, but look how strong she is in those legs to muscle this. Most regular human beings, that's a fly out to third base. For Katie Stewart, you got yourself a base hit out to right field.
Look at that today, 3 for 4, and now the NCAA tournament numbers continue to move up. Newer has a chat with Morrison, with Vivi Martinez, the 3 and then the 4 hitter coming up. Vivi singled in the first, grounded out in the third, and then doubled and scored in the 5th. Smashes it right back up the middle. 2 on base for Reese Atwood.
Martinez going right back up the middle, 61-mile-an-hour off-speed pitch. It's like an off-speed rise ball, and she blasts that back up the middle at 69 miles an hour. And you can hear from the dugout that Texas is calling pitches.
Yeah, they're yelling right before the batter, the pitcher releases the ball. Yeah, you can hear it right there.
Pick the change? Is that what they're yelling?
No, I mean, I'm sure the change as well, but that last hit by Vivi Martinez was a rise ball. Call up in the zone, down in the zone.
Locations.
In, out. Yeah. And then they can also just yell to mess with the pitcher.
You guys do that sometimes to me in the booth.
Yeah,
it's not greatly appreciated.
Oh, you're trying to do your open stuff. Just got you picked, Beth.
Ball.
I would expect nothing less from my Olympic gold medalists, Jessica Mendoza, Michelle Smith, our Hall of Fame reporter, Holly Rowe, down field side. Inching closer to a double header possibility this afternoon. Two and two to Atwood.
It's good to see her take the changeup. We talked a lot about that prior to her home run, how much she struggled against that pitch. A lot of times she's swinging at it and not recognizing it.
Chop to second and over to first to end the threat. Time is getting short for Tennessee. 6 outs still to work with. With Emma Clark due up. She of the walk-off home run to beat Texas Tech earlier in the tournament.
on the semifinal Monday. It's Texas on top of Tennessee 4-1. If this score holds and we play an if necessary game, we will get you set for game 2 between these two UTs. And how about Katie Stewart right now? A little redemption, Danielle.
Yeah, I'm looking at like the defensive mistakes. So when she had those two, for her to be able to come up and put that go-ahead run with that solo shot, I mean, I felt like that was huge.
The rest of the offense, too, stepping up right from the beginning of the game. The crew was talking about it. They were putting the ball in play extremely hard right from the first pitch of today's ball game. And shout out to Citlali Gutierrez. She's got that off-speed pitch working really well.
All right, Beth, I don't know if I had on my bingo card we would hear My Heart Will Go On remix in between that inning, but I'm here for it.
I'm just thrilled that we are the crew up here in the booth. Thank you very much, ladies. We may be hearing from them between games as it stands right now. Texas forcing an if necessary. Tennessee with 6 outs to change that. They are 1 win away from a spot in the finals. This would be the time to do it. 3, 4, and 5 coming up. Clark, Morrison, and Dodge. But Gutierrez has been terrific. Just 2 balls have left the infield. She's rolled 10 ground outs as she moves into the 6th. Bit of a surprise start for Citlali, who's been more of a reliever the last couple of years with the emergence of Tegan Cavan as the stud, but a big moment for her, and she has shined thus far. Clark, fly ball out to center, and here comes Caden Henry, 1 down.
Citlali's just been so good this afternoon with the mishits, being able to come out of the circle, field her position herself, and then rolling the ground ball in a really pressure situation. The strikeouts, lower part of the zone, getting that chase and that whiff rate.
Seeing everything down, too. That's why those ground balls and the off speed.
Yeah, when you go back to game 1 on Thursday against Texas, she came in after Cavan was pulled from the game, and really her barrel percentage, her chase rate, all of those really good. So I'm sure Mike White very confident giving her the start today.
She's pitching her best ball right now. That's what you want. You talk so much about hitters. We talked about it with Reese and Katie Stewart, but how about Citlali? This was not the pitcher we saw consistently throughout the regular season, but we're seeing it now.
Still with some work to do, but she has not thrown a complete game 7-inning win in over 2 years. She's working on one here.
Well, this is only the 2nd time in her career she comes in to the 6th inning, giving up only 2 hits. I mean, it's really pretty incredible.
Good backing from the hitters today. 11 hits in the game is the most off of Tennessee pitching this season. And that's drilled out to left center. That'll find the wall. A one-hopper. Morrison chugging around to second. And a runner in scoring position for the Lady Vols, trying to make some late noise.
So Elsa Morrison swings and misses on an off-speed drop prior to this hit, and this is the adjustment she makes. So look, this is the swing and miss on a pitch down. Now she goes after that same pitch, but gets just a little bit more up in the zone, but makes that adjustment. Same pitch, almost same location. Elsa Morrison, a beautiful job getting to that.
I'll bring up the pesky Ella Dodge, who's reached on an error and a walk, and right at Stewart. Tough luck on that swing for Ella. 2 down.
Pitch on the inner half, just charged. Dodge hits a rope. Great job by Stewart. Good positioning.
While they're conversing out there on the field, we'll remind you that Saturday we have a WNBA doubleheader for you on ABC. Seattle at Minnesota, Golden State at Las Vegas. Our coverage tips with WNBA countdown at 12:30. You can catch both games streaming on the ESPN app.
Well, if you're not paying attention, the Valkyries are one of the best stories in all of sports. An expansion team last year made the playoffs, They are in the top tier of the standings again this year. Natalie Nakase doing a great job with the Valkyries. That is must-watch basketball. Their best player, Veronica Burton, she is a blast to watch. I'll be doing that game if you can tell.
Of course you are.
Aces are the defending champions. So are the Texas Longhorns on the diamond. Ball. Gabby Leach. RBI triple in the fourth, driving in Ella Dodge with their only run today.
She's swinging with authority today. You mentioned the triple. It was a shot down the line, coming all the way around. It was the only run on the board so far for Tennessee, but even middle away there, very aggressive swing so far for Gabby in this game.
Leach lashes that out to left. There's Altmaier to end the threat to the seventh. Texas trying to stretch this game into a double dip for a spot in the finals.
The NCAA Women's College World Series is presented by Capital One. What's in your wallet?
Oh, might we be in for game two, the if necessary with Texas and Tennessee? Might we see Tegan Cavan and Carlin Pickens go head to head? Neither one getting the start here in the first game, so they would be well rested and ready to go. If Texas wins this, they have the 4-1 lead into the seventh inning. Still to come later tonight on ESPN, Alabama and Texas. Alabama is 1 win away. Everybody looking to see if it will be Pickens and Cavan for a spot in the finals. That's the if necessary game. It would be about 45 minutes after the conclusion of this game. Tennessee still has one more at bat to change the storyline in the bottom of the seventh, but here's Texas with some swings. 5, 6, and 7 due up. We told you Texas has been on the winning side of semifinals with an if necessary. Tennessee has been on the losing side before. Arizona beat them twice in 2010. The ground out, good, retired, one away. Here comes Hannah Wells. 2-run single in that big 5th inning when they broke the tie with 3 runs up. On the run, Fawn knocks it down but can't control it. And a base runner with 1 away. What you got for us, Holly Rowe?
I have some sources in the Texas dugout who have given me an incredible story on Hannah Wells. She has a superstition dating back to childhood that if she sees a ladybug, she eats it for good luck, swallows it whole.
What?
And so I was told that at the SEC tournament in Kentucky, she had a nice home run and she had ingested a ladybug before that. So this is a superstition. I have this on 2 different sources in that Texas dugout. What a cute and weird superstition.
Except for the Ladybug Association of America, who may be calling. Hannah? Over there on first base.
Protein?
She'll be looking for a ladybug possibly between games.
I've never seen one in Oklahoma City. Bring them in.
Ball. She could have had plenty of love bugs if she was at Florida with us for the Super Regional last weekend in Gainesville.
I don't want to eat those ones.
Kaya Altmaier reached on an error, singled and singled. And will look to add to that tally. Extra bases down the line and right. Wells will hold at 3rd, and there's a pair in scoring position with Ashton Maloney coming up.
4th time on base for Kaya. This time it's on the changeup, and you mentioned it, Smitty. They are all over the off speed. Does not even hesitate at all. And this changeup left up in the zone, drives it down the line. Altmaier on fire down here in the 7-hole.
Well, if nothing else, you've given a team that really hasn't been hitting it well yet at this World Series some hope, some belief. 8 of the 9 have reached base. They've got 13 hits. And you've awakened their 2 sluggers who have both homered.
Yeah, they really have been complete in this game. Since that Race Atwood home run, it really has been a little bit of the charge, the wake up. Hey, if Reese can do it, let's.
Alabama and Texas Tech on line 1. Hey, don't wake those guys up. The defending champions. You talk a lot about, and deservedly so, the great seasons for Megan Grant and Jordan Woolery out at UCLA. But Mike White says when his 2 are on, they feel like they're unbeatable. And they're on today. Maloney grounds to first. The tag is made, and then the throw home is too late, and Wells scores. And we'll reiterate, that is a new first baseman in the postseason here, Mackenzie Butt.
Yeah, Mackenzie Butt has to go home. She's trying to get 2 for 1 here, and at this point, as soon as you see the runner Hannah Wells break home right here, she's already hung out to dry. But instead, she tries to get that out at first, and another run comes in for Texas.
Yeah, and Hannah Wells, as soon as she sees Mackenzie Butt running at Maloney, and Maloney does a good job of basically staying. You cannot back up as a hitter. If you back up, you would be called out. The runners get returned to their base. But the second that Butt sees Wells coming home, as you mentioned, Jess, you got to go home.
Yep.
So now it's 5-1 in favor of the Longhorns. The RBI 3U in your scorebook for Maloney. Here's J.C. Nichols. Check that, Taylor Anderson is the pinch hitter. 1 for 2 in this NCAA tournament for the sophomore from Dripping Springs. With Altmaier at 3rd. Slaps it to 2nd. And that will end the inning. Last chance coming up for Tennessee. They need at least 4, or we will play the, if necessary, semifinal.
Lali Gutierrez has been spinning a gem for the Horns. Over the top drop ball, just really working on the edges, but it's been her ability to mix speeds and keep this Tennessee offense off balance while chasing them, the swing and miss and the whiff on those pitches. Sitlali just having her best stuff. 3 hits through 7.
This is
6.
This is her best start in over 2 years. And what a time to do it.
Well, she was so good in game 1 against this Tennessee team, and she matches up well with that strength at the bottom of the zone against a Tennessee team that has struggled down there.
She will face 7, 8, and 9 in the batting order. Horns have not lost a lead in the 7th inning all season. Tennessee has not rallied for a comeback win in the 7th inning yet this year. Texas wins this game. We have the if necessary about 45 minutes following the conclusion of this one. And Mackenzie Butt delivers with a base hit to open things up in the bottom of the 7th.
That's why she's in this lineup. We talked about those defensive changes that have kind of not been easy for Tennessee to adjust to, but it's because Mackenzie Butt needed to get in this lineup. She does a big base hit to lead off the 7th here.
Got a pinch hitter coming up here for the Lady Vols, Meredith Barnhart. And McCall Sims will be the pinch runner. Gutierrez back to work. Barnhart, the freshman from Parker, Colorado, her World Series debut, hitting 200 on the season.
Ball. Ball.
So Volley pitch count still under 90 pitches here in the bottom of the 7th.
Foul tip.
Off speed drop, just falling off the table. 4 inches of vertical break downward. Great split.
It's happening so late. She's doing such a good job of just not trying to overpower these hitters, allowing her spins to take over.
Ball.
Just off the plate.
And how about Reese working for her behind the plate too? She wanted that last strike. Just a little bit off the plate. Look at Reese. Try to frame that up.
Hold it an extra fraction of the second. That's a screwball. A little bit of outward break on that. A little bit of a smile, working hard to try to get it. Love that Reese goes out. Senior battery.
Well, you're bottom of the order, so I think the message is, hey, we don't want to get this thing back up to the top, so it's a full count. Let's go after her.
Three-two pitch. Popped her up. Stewart's got it. One down.
And that's what, I mean, Sitlali smiling, laughing. She's having some fun right now because she's missing barrels. I mean, we talked about the ground balls and that last one, a fly ball, but it's weak contact, and that is her game. It's not the strikeout. It's not the sexy stuff. It's just trusting her D behind her.
Well, and she hammered the whole bottom part of the zone to Barnhart, and then she came upstairs, and she gets the easy pop-up.
Taylor Holly.
Ball.
Tennessee just 1 for 11 with runners on base today. Just could not capitalize early on when Texas was committing 3 errors.
Ball.
Only 4 hits off of Gutierrez. Only a couple of them left the infield. An absolute gem for Sitlali. And the defending champs are on the verge of winning a 5th elimination game of the tournament.
Surprised Taylor Holly taking there. It looked like all the way 2-0. That was the pitch. You want 2-0, you get excited as a hitter. She has to come to my zone, and she did.
Ball.
Jumps away from Atwood, a wild pitch, and Sims to second. Carlin Pickens awaits the likely starter in game 2 if it goes to it. And now a couple on base for Tennessee.
Drop ball at the bottom part of the zone. Actually, it's got a little screwball action to it. Reese is going to try to pull it up. Just the second walk of the game given up by Sitlali Gutierrez.
Well, now you give the bat back to the top of the order. And a 4th look now for these guys at Gutierrez.
Remember, Sophia Knight has got the pop now. Predominantly short game, but she is standing in the box. 2 home runs in her last 5 games, so don't count her out up here at the top.
Rolls it to Stewart through her legs. And everybody is safe, and the tying run comes to the plate for Tennessee. And how large does that run in the top half of the inning look right now for the Longhorns?
Looks like it's a routine ground ball, and it is through the legs of Katie Stewart. That is the 4th error of the game for this Texas defense.
Her 3rd.
Her 3rd. Opportunities galore.
And the tying run to the plate, and it is one of the Leach sisters. Alana is 0 for 3 today. She was a reserve for 2 years, was not even in the starting lineup season opening weekend. And she just kept hammering away, and Karen Weekly could not leave her out of the lineup. And turned herself into an everyday starter. First pitch swinging, pops it up. Martinez has it. 2 down. And it is Emma Clark, who already has a walk-off home run here this week.
Go back to Saturday, not just any home run, but a walk-off to knock out Texas Tech into the loser's bracket. A massive home run to win it for the Vols. She leads this Tennessee lineup in home runs.
One swing to tie it.
Ball.
A single, a walk, and an error in the inning. We'll reference again what Karen Weekly said. We need the beast to come out and play.
Ball in.
Their best hitter in this postseason run.
Boy, and now on a 2-0 leverage count. Gutierrez with a little extra something on that last pitch, 67 on the inner half. See if she goes away off. Right at her.
Sims, Holly, Knight aboard. Clark, good, charges, bobbles, and a run is in. And now the game winner comes to the plate. And a chance to walk it off and walk it in to the championship series for Tennessee.
This is not Texas's defense. The 5th error, not able to come up with this ball. It's not an easy hop, but it's a play we've seen Leanne Good make all season long. 2 in this inning. They give it a hit. I give it an error, and there's been 2 misplays that have continued this inning, and Tegan Gavon is now up in the bullpen. That's already a win for Tennessee.
Rocky Talk's rumbling here in the bottom of the 7th. Texas has not blown a 7th inning lead all year. Tennessee has not had a comeback win in the 7th inning all year. And that narrative is in jeopardy. And here comes Tegan.
Lale Gutierrez had such a good game, but you go to Tegan Gavon because she is a power pitcher, and they need a strikeout here with the bases loaded and 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th.
But a massive win for Tennessee. I mean, Lale did what she could. She got ground ball out, but they just weren't able to catch it. In between the legs of Katie Stewart, weak contact, that's what Lale does, but the D did not have her back, and now Gavon is in this game.
This one should already be over with a Texas win, but a couple of miscues keeping Tennessee alive. 3 to tie it, 4 to win it now with the bases loaded and 2 outs. And here comes the most outstanding player of last year's national championship run. 8-2 in her career. She's won the last 2 games here as the starter for Texas.
She is stingy. ERA at the World Series below 1 because she has just so much great stuff at the top of the zone with the rise ball. Good game.
So Elsa Morrison, what did she do on Thursday against Tegan? This.
Home run on a rise ball, up and in, and just tattooed it. This is exactly what Elsa Morrison is thinking, coming up to bat right now, saying, go ahead, make that pitching change. A lot of confidence against the ace in Gavon.
Looks like they're going to get a pinch runner out at first base. That would be the tying run. Savia Morgan. Holly, Knight, and Morgan aboard. 71 miles an hour from the All-American. One and one.
Puts that right on the edge at the top of the zone on the corner. Outstanding pitch by Gavon.
Morrison, the slug zone, is inside, struggles away. That's where they're staying. Remember, the home run she hit was up and in.
Horns on their feet, 1 strike away from the if necessary semifinal.
Ball.
Two-two pitch. Called strike 3 to end it. And we will play another one. Texas and Tennessee, winner take all, coming up for a spot in the finals.
How about Texas finishing this game with 13 hits? 5 runs to show for it, but this offense absolutely came to life. And of course, led by Reese Atwood and Katie Stewart, the bats that have led them to this point. Tegan Cavan coming in to close the door.
Tegan Cavan, last year's most outstanding player, knows how to pitch in this circle in Oklahoma City. Look at that pitch. It is threaded on the outer half. She knows it. The reason that she's getting this pitch, this is a curveball on the outer half, really good rotation and spin, and it is just right on the corner where she needs that, with the bases loaded, coming in to get the job done for Texas to punch their ticket into the if necessary game.
Let's go down to Holly Rowe.
Well, Citlali, when you just came out of the game, you got a standing ovation from these Texas fans. How would you describe your performance today?
I think it was pretty good. I felt very confident throughout the game, and even when things got a little bit rocky, Reese and the other girls reminded me that they have my back, and they did. They fully exceeded my expectations. They had my back on offense when things got rocky, so I'm very proud of them, and I'm very proud of myself.
I think it's the game of your career. You just had such command. This is a good offense for Tennessee. How were you talking yourself through those innings when there were mistakes or you did get base runners?
Just win the next pitch, compete, and keep myself in it. You know, things happen, and you just got to learn from it and move on from it. There's no dwelling on it. Just move on and get the next one.
You've grown so much as a pitcher mentally. Everything was sharp today. How do you describe what was working to allow you now to play for another game to get into that champ series?
Definitely mixing my pitches. I mixed a lot more off-speed drops this game, and I think that's what really helped me be efficient this game, and also just staying mentally ready and confident in myself.
You were able to help save Tegan even just until the last inning she had to come in. How does that help her now for game 2 to come out and have her best stuff?
I think it helps her a lot. I really wanted to do this for her. She's been pitching her butt off this season for us in this tournament as well. And so I really wanted to have her back. You know, that's our thing. We play for each other. If I go in for her, I always tell her I got your back. And if I, or other way around, she has my back as well. And that's what we just said just now. And so I'm very proud of us. I love our little duo. But yeah, I'm ready for her. I'm ready for her to take this next game.
Thank you so much, Citlali.
Thank you. Hook 'em.
Today's Capital One rewarding performance. Gutierrez leading the way, Atwood and Stewart hitting home runs in a 5-2 win. So we will play a pair here this afternoon, Texas and Tennessee coming up, and then later tonight on ESPN, it's Alabama and Texas Tech. The Longhorns' career home run leader finally hits one here at the World Series, and so does their single season home run leader. 5-2 Texas, the defending champs, still very much alive.